We all want to maximize our silver stacks, but we all have budgets. What if we could buy more without spending more? Well, I just did, and you can too, with old stuff just lying around your house. So I'm a big Metallica fan, and I have been for years. I've also been a degenerate collector my whole life. I've always picked up things I like and put them on a shelf until I lose interest, and then they're in a box collecting dust. That was the life of this collection of Metallica records I had. I bought them about 10 years ago, never opened them, and basically just put them in a box. I had them, and that was enough. Several moves later, they were still in the same box, and I hadn't thought of them in years. My wife found them and said, "What are you going to do with these old Metallica albums?" I instantly thought, turn them into silver. Because if you're like me, you have responsibilities that affect your silver buying budget. My wife and kids are the most precious things in the world to me, and I am very proud to be able to provide for them. I work in the mining industry in Northern Ontario, and I do okay. But we all know food, gas, housing are not cheap, and they're only going up. So money for silver comes after everyone is fed, warm, and protected. This is where turning old stuff into new silver comes in. My wife doesn't care about my old Metallica albums, and really, neither do I. I would rather have silver than some old albums that I don't use or need. I could try and sell them myself on Kijiji, which is our online person-to-person selling site in Canada, but this can be a real pain in the butt. People are always calling you, asking if it's available, and then they never message you back, and then you have to go meet some weirdo that always wants to pay you less when you finally end up meeting them. I don't want to bother with all that. I know my local hawk shop will buy these records. They have silver right on site that I can buy. To me, that's a win-win. It's important to build rapport with your local coin shops. The more you do business with these guys, the better deals you can get from them. So I grabbed the albums and I brought them to the hawk shop to turn them into silver. I put them on the counter and asked, "What are they worth to you?" He looks them up, throws me a price. It was a good number, but I asked, "Can you do another $50? I'm just going to buy more silver from you." He looked pained to give up another $50, but agreed because I was putting it right back into his store. I had my eye on this beautiful 5-ounce Engelhard bar he had in his display. Engelhard 5-ounce bars had a production of approximately 90,000 in total, but nearly one-third of them were the common extruded 9th series bars, with the rest of them being divided between 30 plus varieties over a span of 20 plus years in the United States, Canada, and Australia, rendering these bars highly collectible. Also, a good percentage of these bars were melted over the years. AllEngelhard.com is your best resource site you can use for researching your Engelhard bars. This here is the write-up for the one I have here. It is a 3rd series Canadian ingot in the 6-digit serial variation. This ingot includes a hallmark stamp unique to the 1st and 2nd series ingots. Based on this ingot's dimensions, they speculate Canada was initially provided with casting molds used by the US at the time for the first 3 series of Canadian ingots. We have observed examples with both US and Canadian serial number fonts in this series and believe the serial numbers were assigned with specific prefixes for each run. We also believe there was not a continuous production run for the entire range of serial numbers. Note the variations in spacing between the purity and the weight stamps. The variety with the wider spacing is more commonly observed than the variety with the narrow spacing. Needless to say, I took down this 5-ounce beauty. Now, I love the stack for weight, but every once in a while I like to get a nice rare piece of silver. It keeps it fun, and that's important to me. So, have a look around your house. You might have some old stuff you can turn into new silver. Have a good one, guys. God bless. Ontario Stacker out.